You may be wondering, how do I know if I can be hypnotized? Or even, Dan, this hypnosis stuff sounds great, but how do I know that it will really work for me? In this video, I'm going to share with you and demonstrate an exercise that is going to help you determine if you can be hypnotized. Now, I do have a little secret though. Everybody can be hypnotized. In fact, if you've gone to a movie before and you felt the emotions of the movie, let's say you laughed at a funny movie, you've cried at a sad movie, you've gotten scared at a scary movie, it shows that you can be hypnotized. All you really need to do is be able to focus and follow simple instructions. Now, with that said, I know a lot of people out there are saying, well, I have ADD or ADHD and I can't really focus for that long. That's okay. You don't have to focus for that long. All you have to do is follow simple directions and instructions. In fact, if you can follow the directions of a GPS telling you which way to go or travel in your car, you can follow my instructions. As a hypnotist, I'm your guide, helping guide you into the change that you want to create for yourself. It just so happens I know the right words, in the right pace, in the right order to say in order to create that hypnotic effect. So how do you know what it's going to be like to be hypnotized? Everybody experiences it a little bit different. When you're hypnotized, you're not asleep, you're not unconscious, and you are still in control. In fact, you pretty much feel a little relaxed. You might zone out from time to time. And there are also times you might feel a little floaty, and you might feel a little bit heavy as well. Everybody notices a unique experience that is right for them. Now here's how I've demonstrated this on over 5 million people. That's right, 5 million people. You see, I did a TED Talk a couple of years ago, and from the time I'm recording this video, it's gotten over 5 million views. In that video, I demonstrated what hypnosis can be like through following a simple series of instructions. So I want you to participate with this now. But please make sure you're not operating any heavy machinery, and also make sure that you're not driving, and make sure you're in a place where you can focus for about 30 seconds or so. Here's what I'd like for you to do now. Take your hands, clasp them tight together, interlacing your fingers. Take your 2 index fingers and put them out just like this. In a brief moment, I'll count forward from 1 to 3, and look at me in the video now. On my count of 3, only on 3, not yet, but only on my count of 3, you're going to do 3 things. On my count of 3, you're going to separate your 2 fingers, you're going to look at them, and you're going to listen to my voice. When you do, I'm going to ask you to imagine that there are magnets attached to your fingertips. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Separate those 2 index fingers, look at them, they're going to touch. Let them draw in closer and closer together as that space between your fingers gets smaller and smaller until they touch. Like magnets or rubber bands attached to your fingers, pulling them closer and closer, tighter and tighter together. That space may close fast, it may close slow, but as those fingers go closer and closer together, you'll notice when they touch, you can take the fingers apart, they'll actually touch faster the second time and faster the time after that. Now shake out your hands, and if that worked for you, if your fingers moved or even if they touched, guess what? You have what it takes to be hypnotized. Now, isn't that cool? Now here's what a lot of people will say. Well, my fingers just would naturally touch anyway. However, try this again. Put your hands together, put your fingers out, and now I want you to consciously pull your fingers apart. Now resist against it. Make them resist. Don't let them touch. Make them resist. Hold them out. Make sure they don't touch. Those are the people that I actually look for to single out that those people, it's not they can't be hypnotized, but it's they are resistant to following instructions and suggestions. If you resist on any level, you can also resist against your own personal change as well. By allowing your fingers to come together like that, you're allowing yourself to be open to not only my suggestion, but to the changes that you want to make. So when your fingers moved, when they touched, guess what? You activated that part of your mind necessary and required to be hypnotized. So guess what? It can work for you. It will work for you. All you have to do is follow my simple instructions and suggestions. So humor me. I want you to partake in this exercise with me, and if you haven't yet, go ahead and enroll in my self-hypnosis training so you can learn how to hypnotize yourself just like I did when I was about 13 years old. Now, this will help boost performance. It will also help you change habits. It can also help you with stress, anxiety, and relaxation. There's something in this training that I like to call the anxiety annihilator. It literally crushes anxiety. It stops stress. There's also something in this training that I like to call the high performance install button. For those people who are either students, athletes, CEOs, sales professionals, executives, or even other forms of performance, this is a wonderful psychological technique that will teach you how to install a state of confidence, a state of passionate enthusiasm, and also a state of comfort, so that you can feel comfortable and confident in any area of your life that you so choose just by activating this little trigger. With that said, you're going to get a lot in this training. So go ahead and enroll now. I promise you'll thank me later. With that said, my name is Dan Candell. You can be hypnotized, and you just were. As always, be well, do good, be true to who you are, and happy self-hypnotizing.